tell people. Hey, way too.
No, man.
I recognize. They don't think they know. That was me. So I'm dangerous. Well, how many times did they get you in court and they're like, well, rule 8.4B I, you're like, no, it doesn't say that. Well, it does say that. When did that happen?
Oh, I was gonna say, what's up now? Oh.
Dallas had his New York Yankees shirt on.
Oh, look, he was out there talking to him, so he's seen him with the shirt on at least.
Hey, Castleberry. Hey, you see Theo's wardrobe?
What?
You see Theo's wardrobe?
I said,
And a Dallas Cowboy hat.
They're giving you
How are you, David?
Hey, boy, I come in like this, man. And he said, boy, that is depressing.
good.
What's bad about that? Move along. He said the two teams that everybody loves to hear.
You gonna draw pictures or move along?
Yeah.
That's what I do.
Well, I know I talked to Conway.
You remember how
He
Doris
said
used to
just be
do?
friends.
He used to hold the- Yes, yes.
I'm working with the league here at county, got a case, and we're working to put together an affidavit for you to sign. We're trying to do a motion to dismiss the lawsuit.
Okay,
So, you maybe around 20.
yes. That better.
We should have.
I ate supper before I came. Does that look bad?
I can relate to it. I had on my shirt too, I thought.
I didn't think you ever.
Never know. Cindy's mom passed
I want this thing dismissed before we can start to close it.
Okay. Please. Oh, that's cool.
Hey, what do you say there, Mr. Grimes?
Yes, it is.
Ian Stubbs right here. Ian Reynolds.
Let me read over so you can pass.
6 o'clock in the
Not either.
Walk right by.
You were talking to the guy, trying to tell you couldn't.
Yes, I do.
Did you get a hold of the artist guy?
Cindy's.
I did.
Okay,
So he
She's
was
out
named Kutek.
okay,
So
okay.
I got.
Yep.
Well, I
she good.
figured that if you couldn't do it, you could definitely put him, because when they said the city attorney, I was like, I don't think
Did you
that.
hear about the Dallas Cowboy? You couldn't get into his. Someone painted his end zone.
Don't you start, Q. Don't you start. Quit now. It ain't that funny.
Y'all are pitiful. Y'all are just absolutely pitiful.
You know what Halloween is? The Black People National Payback Day. Remember what you're saying? Remember what you're saying, buddy. I know where you live and what you drive.
I figured out that y'all open Saturday night.
Eggs are not too
While I was
expensive
sitting
now.
at night eating.
Very
And I told
Very sorry.
I was like, dang, I wish we'd have done, I mean,
Well, we open tomorrow for real.
good deal. Oh.
We open Tuesday
Hey,
through
thank
Saturday.
you.
11
Yes,
to
sir.
9.
Hey, dude.
Hang
We're on
on.
Sunday morning.
Good day.
I mean, we gotta get first things first.
Yeah.
There's a mess.
Well, I wouldn't feel. It's gonna be so much fun. I can't figure out how to reboot this freaking iPad. It's not like my other one.
Hey, Mike.
That's exactly what I
11 o'clock?
Dude, what time
Hey,
is line?
That's exactly what she.
Hey, Miss Ann, how are you?
Well, I'm doing okay. I'm having some technical difficulties here.
Oh, that's not good.
I walked in, thought we had
To kind of oversee.
We do.
That's
did.
fine.
State
But
champ.
everything else looks like it's running fine. They're electing their own members, which is how they're supposed to do it.
Disgruntled employee, I think.
That's exactly what it is.
Oh! Everyone, we proceed each council meeting with the word of prayer and pledge of allegiance. If you would like, please feel free to join us. Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, you should have received copies of the May 9th, 2023 City Council meeting. The minutes, any corrections, changes, or comments?
Make a motion to approve as submitted.
I have a motion and a second to accept this minutes as submitted. Any further discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Passes 6-0. Well, we have a special recognition tonight. I would like to ask the 6A two-time soccer champions for the state of Arkansas to come on up here. And coach, superintendent, assistant AD. We know, guys, we're going to be looking for 3
Hey, y'all turn the lights out in here, man.
Well, congratulations. I promise you that the city of Conway is very proud of you guys and proud of your accomplishments. Bobby Kelly kept up with you, and I kept up with you. And I don't blame you for not coming last year. We waited too late last year to bring you up here and tell you how much we appreciate you. Everybody was gone for the summer. You couldn't get me back in summer, so we knew we had to get you here quickly this year. So how many sophomores we have? All right. How many juniors? All right. I'm thinking 3, Pete. Listen, this will be something you'll be proud of your entire life. I was lucky enough to graduate with a group of guys that went 36-0 in basketball and was the state champions. And every year when we get together, or every 5 years when we get together for our class reunion, that's the highlight. So you guys are going to be the highlight. All right. Whereas the 2022-23 Wampus Cat soccer team won the 6A state championship, and whereas the Wampus Cat soccer team won back-to-back state championships, and whereas the team completed the year with a 20-3 record, that's impressive. Whereas the team is coached by Matthew Page and Ryan Easley, and whereas the team consists of 4 all-state players, Ian Bowie, Will Childers, Jackson Tucker. Now, Will, you're the hat trick man, is that right? All right.
Yeah.
Jackson Tucker and Xander Williams. And whereas Will Childers was awarded the most valuable player award, and whereas in the state tournament, the Conway Wampus Cats defeated the Rogers Mounties and the Springdale Harbar Bearcats to earn a spot in the state championship game against the Springdale Bulldogs. That's a lot of words. Whereas on Friday, March 19, 2023 at Estes Stadium in Conway, I like that, here in Conway, the Conway High School Wampus Cats soccer team defeated the Springdale Bulldogs with a score of 3-2 becoming the 6A state champions. Now, therefore, I, Bart Casbury, Mayor of Conway, do hereby congratulate and acknowledge the achievements of the 2022-2023 6A state champion Conway High School Wampus Cat soccer team. Congratulations, gentlemen. We are very proud of you.
Go Cats!
Well, come on up here. Come on up here, Cat. Y'all come on up here. We're gonna take a picture again. All right, moms and dads, come on up here and get your pictures. All right, Mr. Chillers, we got several $1 million we're gonna spend here now. Can you hat trick make those go away? Thank you, gentlemen. We're very proud of you. All right. Those guys really can do a three-peat.
Hey, Bart,
Yes, sir.
Yeah, they
my
can.
mama-in-law is in hospital. I just got to call him and step out here and take.
Okay. Take time, Theo. I think Mr. Winningham sent you all an email letting you know he was gonna be out of state this week, and I think he sent you. So do y'all have any questions about that? I will do my best to answer them. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Next up, we have Community Development Committee, and Mr. Hawkins,
Do
we
we need
will
to
turn this
approve?
over to you. Oh, I'm sorry. Let's back up. Let's wait. We're gonna need to wait for 3 readings.
To waive the 3 readings.
We need to approve the financials. Mr. Winningham not here.
Yes, that's what I was getting ready to do. I make a motion for approval of the financials.
Okay. I have a motion and a second to approve the monthly financials, which ended on April 30th. Any comments, questions, or thoughts? Mr. Garrett.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed.
That passes 5-0. I wasn't sure, Sheila, since Tyler wasn't here, but thank you.
Mhm.
Before we move on to the monthly financials, the Development Committee, I would like to take a motion, get a second for someone to waive the 3 readings.
I think we probably ought to wait for the next 6.
Okay.
Yeah, we've only got 5.
All right, everyone, we're going to take a quick break.
Turn this thing off.
City Attorney brought to my attention that I can vote
Here
to
he
waive 3
comes.
readings as well.
You just can't vote for an emergency clause.
We're voting to waive, I need a motion.
Yes.
So you're making a motion to waive the
Second.
3 readings. Need a second. We have a motion and a second to waive the 3 readings. Any further discussion? Mr. Garrett.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed.
Passes 6-0. All right, Mr. Hawkins, we will turn it over to you, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. And since we've now waived the readings, move on to item 2. It's an ordinance approving the private club permit location for Nando's Mexican Restaurant in Conway, Inc., to be located at 955 Covington Way. And we have an ordinance to read for this item. It's ordinance 02342.
42.
Make a motion for the adoption of the ordinance.
Second.
I have a motion and a second to adopt this ordinance. Any further discussion?
Mr. Mayor,
Sir.
Council Steve Morley is with us on a fairly regular basis. And he's with us tonight, and Mr. Morley never really says anything. And he's so used to being at meetings in Arkansas City where they have 2.5-hour meetings at city council. And I just wanted to see if he wanted to stretch this out a little bit tonight. Thanks, Steve. We appreciate it. Good to have you with us.
Yes, sir. Mr. Garrett.
Want to hear the vote, sir? Mr.
Steve,
Warren?
you want to see if it passes or not?
Mr. Jones,
We were going to let you know one way or the other.
Mr. Grimes,
Aye.
Mr. Ledbetter,
Yes.
Ms. Tucker,
Yes.
Mr. Hawkins,
Yes.
Miss Isby.
Yes.
Passes 6-0. I promise you would have known. Mr. Hawkins.
Council, I didn't mean to mess you up. Next item on the agenda is an ordinance to rezone 1.87 acres of property on the north side of Old Morrilton Highway between Salem Road and Friendship Road intersections. It presently is zoned R2. The requested zoning is O1, and we have an ordinance to read for this item. It's ordinance O2343. And I
Mr.
need-
Paxton.
Thank you, Mayor. The request is to rezone approximately 1.87 acres located at 2138 Old Morrilton Highway from R2 to O1. The traffic impact has a potential to be significant rezoning to A1, associated with the industrial uses such as schools and churches. However, there's no defined use at this time that has been provided by the applicant. The land use plan designates the area as a planned use development. O1 is consistent with the type of development that may be found in a PUD. However, there are generally greater restrictions on rezoning to an O1. With the improvements to access to the I-40 corridor, this area will likely develop with higher intensity uses in the future. Staff recommends approval of the request. The Planning Commission reviewed the request at its regular meeting on May 15, 2023, and voted 10-0 that the request be forwarded to City Council with a recommendation for approval.
Make a motion for the approval of the ordinance.
Second.
I have a motion and a second to approve this ordinance. Any further discussion? Mr. Garrett.
Mr. Hawkins,
Yes.
Ms. Tucker,
Yes.
Miss Isby,
Yes.
Mr. Ledbetter,
Yes.
Mr. Jones,
Yes.
Mr. Grimes.
Aye.
Passes 6-0. Mr. Hawkins.
Final item here, Mr. Mayor, is an ordinance to rezone a little over a half acre property located on the south side of Pike Ridge Road. It presently is zoned R1. The requested zoning is a C3 zoning, and this was reviewed by the Planning Commission at their regular meeting on May 15th. And at that time, they voted unanimously 10-0 to forward this to City Council with a recommendation for approval as presented. And Chris.
A lot to add on this one. The applicant requested to rezone from R1 to C3 to comparable zoning. The requested zoning district is congruent with the comprehensive plan. The rezoning will likely not have a negative impact on the adjacent property. Staff recommended approval of the rezoning request, and the Planning Commission also.
Make a motion for the adoption of the ordinance. And that's O2344.
Second.
I have a motion and a second to adopt this ordinance. Any further discussion?
I just got one comment.
Yes, sir.
Man, I appreciate the way you tell us that it's not impacting other people, because that's a bonus that show that you've already contacted people, man. That's a plus, man.
Yeah.
Keep it up. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Mr. Jones.
Just more curiosity. C3, and I've heard rumors of probably a drive-through restaurant, but either way, will they have access off Old Morrilton Highway into that property? Or will it access off of Pike Ridge?
That would come through the development review process. We would probably get more into, I know that there's some additional considerations along Pike. So we would have to receive the development review request, and then we would make a decision based off of that.
Because it's one of those things where problem that just happens. If that backside along Pike starts to develop, there's be pressure for us to improve Pike somewhere down the
And
road.
it's on the list of yeah, it is.
It needs a lot of
Yeah, I
improvement.
mean, it already needs a lot of work.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, it's a
If they
rebuild.
start getting built up around it, it'll just increase the frequency of people wanting
Mhm.
to work on quicker.
What's that fire station?
7.
7.
What's going in there?
I use Pike Lane quite a bit. Any further discussion? Mr. Garrett.
Mr. Hawkins,
Yes.
Mr. Ledbetter,
Yes.
Mr. Jones,
Yes.
Miss Isby,
Yes.
Ms. Tucker,
Yes.
Mr. Grimes.
Aye.
Passes 6-0. Thank you, Mr. Hawkins.
Yes, sir.
Council, that's all we have tonight.
Make a motion
make a
to
motion.
adjourn.
Second.
If y'all would, please remember Miss Webb and her family.
Mhm.
And that's all we have for tonight. Thank you, everyone. We're dismissed.